Another aspect of land subsidence is the issues related to your structural integrity, of course, but it's a constraint on development. And the developers have to keep that in mind. If they know that there's an area that is geologically unstable, that land is pretty much useless for anything. And we need to study it. The Superstition Vistas area has not been studied to determine if that's an issue. And another problem with subsidence, even if there's no cracking, but just dropping of the land surface, is you put in water lines, sewer lines, fiber optic cables, any of that infrastructure, and now all of a sudden you're losing 7 feet a year of elevation. What's that going to do to the underlying infrastructure, the sewer lines and the water lines, etc.? They break. They can't handle the stress. At some point, those lines are going to break. And we've been seeing that happening all over the greater Phoenix metro area, where there's rapid land subsidence, where the utility companies have to respond to sewer line and water line breaks, which are being attributed to land subsidence. So just another thing to keep in mind when you're building new property. Another reason also to try to find a safe yield approach to use of groundwater. Groundwater should be used as a last resort. Should be trying to get as much of the surface water as we possibly can, and also water conservation to overall lessen the use of the water. Now we're going over Queen Creek as it comes through this area. Remember, we crossed Queen Creek way back at the beginning of the trip, miles and miles upstream from here. So you can see that is the major floodway or potential for flooding area of this area of land to the east of here. Queen Creek Wash, and when you look at the aerial photos, has a pretty extensive 100-year floodplain. It also has the potential for being a nice recreational corridor. It is currently being used by wildlife as a migratory corridor. It provides them with a connection to the Superstition Mountains to the east of us here. In fact, 2 or 3 years ago, they had to close a school in this area because a black bear had wandered down from the mountains and was following the Queen Creek Wash. And the black bear was hanging out down in the Queen Creek Wash right in this area where we're driving through now. Is that Sossaman?
Talking to you.
Keep on going.
We're on Ellsworth right now. Going north.
We are. Oops. Did I miss Sossaman then?
Mm-hmm.
I missed my turn somehow.